Hi everyone. So we are getting ready to do Cooking with Kaitlin, and of course this is Lacey, and we've got a special guest.
Yes, we do.
Let's see
who's joined us. Hi everybody.
Hi.
There they are.
Here's my Kaitlin.
There's the twins.
This is my precious.
So we've got,
Katie.
of
She's gonna be my
course,
sous chef.
Kaitlin and Kaitlin. And what are you making today?
I'm making potatoes and eggs that I've had since I was a little girl, and we love it. I don't know if everyone else. If you like potatoes and you like eggs, this will be perfect for you.
Kaitlin, do you like potatoes and eggs?
I do like potatoes and eggs.
Why?
I like them because you can have them for any meal of the day, and they're always
That's
scrumptious,
right.
especially
That's
if
right.
Mimi makes them.
Yeah. Have you ever had them and anybody else has made them?
No, I'm the only one. Has anyone joined us?
Yeah, there's folks, but I don't have my glasses on. I got to put Lacey down.
Could you
So let me put my
these
No, I
glasses?
got them.
I'll grab
She's got them right there.
I got them. So I
Okay.
can see. I know that
So I
people
can
are
see who
on.
I'm talking to.
All right, let's see who's on.
Who's
so we've got Joe across the street is on.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
neighbor.
Hi, Joe.
Christina.
Great, Christina.
Yes, Kaitlin is spelled differently, Joe, than what you spelled it, but that's all right. So
Doesn't matter. She answers to anything.
she does, and honestly, as long as you say it right instead of Katie Lynn,
Well, I don't really care. I'll still respond.
that's true. She will.
As long as I know you're talking to me.
That's true. And so, what we have for cocktails today, ladies? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking wine, and Jeanine's drinking wine, and Caitlin's drinking pineapple juice.
Just pineapple.
But out of a
juice.
wine glass, so she's fancy just like we are.
Uh-huh.
All right, so Mom, take your sip. Tell everybody then what you need to do to prepare for this.
Okay, you need to have potatoes. Now, I cut up more potatoes than I need. I usually cut up, depending on the size of the potatoes, 6 potatoes, and then 2 onions, because we like a lot of onions, as we've said earlier. But, and that's really about it. And then the condiments are the parsley, garlic, salt, pepper, and what am I forgetting?
Her eggs.
Well, there's eggs, salt and pepper.
It looks like
garlic
you have
powder,
butter out.
Parsley. I got some butter out because even though I use vegetable oil, I like to put a little bit of butter, just a slab of butter in there just to break it up. It seems like the potatoes fry better. So I'm going to put the oil in this frying pan, and I'm going to make it.
Cousin Barbara just joined. Hi,
Hi,
Barb.
Bob.
And what temperature are you heating it up to, Mimi?
When it gets hot, and you know that the potatoes will be crinkly. You hear it crisping.
Yeah, so
Christine.
we don't worry about any specifics like
No.
temperature, measurements.
No, because
None
I
of
just
that.
no, I just wing it, and I know when it's hot. I just sprinkle a little water in there, and if it sizzles, it's hot. So
There you
now
go.
while the oil has gotten hot, Jeanine did all the potatoes. We did the potatoes earlier, but I soaked them in water because the water keeps them from browning.
Hey, Jeanine.
But then I had to dry them out because you don't want to put a moist potato in the oil because it just doesn't fry right. So they're in here, and I'm going to pour them back in this bowl. They should be nice and dry.
All right, so there we go. How many potatoes did you do?
I cut up 10. That's really a lot of potatoes.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
usually do about 6. What you want to do is you want to cover the bottom of the frying pan because you're going to make an omelet, and you want the potatoes to cover the bottom, but it's time consuming because you have to brown the potatoes, and it takes a while. But you have to make sure that the oil is really, really hot in order for the potatoes to brown. So I'm going to sprinkle some water in there, and it's not hot yet.
Yeah, I
it's
can
not
hear
up to
that.
temperature.
Or not hear that. So Jeanine said that she grew up eating this. Us too, Jeanine. It was something that is
Well-
so simple and we just love so much.
Well, growing up, my family or my mom didn't make much meat. We had steaks on Saturday, and then we have, of course, meatballs and stuff during the week. But most of it was potatoes and eggs, peppers and eggs, asparagus and eggs, squash and eggs, and a lot of people who probably haven't heard of was the onion pie, which I made a few weeks ago, and I'm probably going to make another one for tomorrow for dinner because my daughter's coming for dinner. But and we grew up
Her
on
other
pasta.
daughter, not this one. She doesn't make special stuff
I
for
said
me.
my other. Oh please! That's why I'm doing this. Oh,
It's only for me. She's only making the things
right,
for me.
right.
I'm the only
But
one that had.
we also grew up on pasta and beans and peas and pasta and just anything that was cheap and simple, no big deal. But that's what we've grown up with, and that's what we like and we enjoy. But the potatoes and eggs are great, especially the next day. Okay, did you hear I don't know if you hear the oil. It's
A little
popping.
bit.
Okay, it's starting to pop, so it's ready to put the potatoes in. Now I'm going to salt. No, let me just salt them. I'm going to salt the potatoes. I have my sous chef here, and she's helping me.
Now, will you mix that? Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm going to mix.
All right, so the potatoes are raw. They've only been, and Barbara just said peas and eggs too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. With a little sauce, right, Bob? And onions. Yeah.
Yeah, everything has onions. So if you guys can hear the pot or the pan sizzling. And so, Mom, you're going to make a flat, or as flat as possible.
Right. So
In
I
the
am not
pan.
going to use all these potatoes for this. This is a lot. I'm going to make another one for tomorrow, and I'll make that later on. This is just for tonight.
And so, how thick are you making the layer? Just enough to cover the
To
bottom? Or?
cover the bottom of the pan.
All right.
Now, it's hard, depending on the pan you use, because after the potatoes brown and everything, of course you have to take them out, and then you have to cook the onions also. You want to brown the onions. But you got to put a cover on there and turn the omelet to cook the other side, and that's the hard part. And as I'm getting older, I'm finding that harder and harder to do.
All right, so we've
Now,
enlisted
I'm gonna
Katie
show
to
you
see
the
how we can
pan.
get the help.
Can you see this, the frying pan, how I covered the bottom with potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what you want to do. Now, they have to take time to cook. They have to brown. What you're doing is you're frying them. It's almost like a French fried potato.
And that's, I mean, so when it's all said and done, the edges are kind of crispy.
Right.
And when she puts the eggs in there, it, will go through all the nooks and cracks and nooks and crannies and fill it up.
Right. It's an omelet. It's just like an omelet.
Would you call it an omelet or a frittata?
Well, in Italian you call it frittata, and then people who are in Italian call it an omelet. So,
All right.
but
I don't think I've ever had eggs and peas. I'm not sure if I'd like it.
yeah, I don't think. Well, I think you would. Remember we saw on the kitchen a couple weeks ago where they did the sauce and they separated, and I said that's what Grandma used to make.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? They put the sauce on the bottom, they cook it with onion, and then they make like pockets. Barbara, correct me if I'm wrong.
Shakshuka is what they were making,
Right,
and you
okay,
said
and I said that was something like
yes,
Grandma used to make.
yes.
Well, you make pockets, and then you throw an egg in there, and then you put the peas, right, Barbara?
Well, it'll take a minute before she replies, but I'm sure that's right.
And you're frying the egg, and you put a cover over it just to steam the egg.
So shakshuka is basically the Indian version of that, and you put sauce in the pan, and then you make the nest, but you use
Right.
Indian flavors and spices. Barbara said you're right. Now, let's
This
see.
is no, I shouldn't say the hardest part. This is the most time-consuming part, is doing the potatoes.
So Katie, while Mimi's cooking that, what are some of the favorite things that Mimi makes for you?
Her meatballs. Honestly, that's my favorite thing because she makes them special every single time. And no matter when you're having them, they're always delicious, no matter what brand of meat and no matter how she makes them, always good.
Really, no matter what brand of meat.
No, I
do
only
you
use
know
one.
which brands she buys?
It doesn't matter because they're all made with love.
Really?
A good
Okay,
answer.
it's
But
not that
beef.
kind of show.
Right. Yeah, but it's beef.
Yeah.
I use just beef. Some people mix their beef with veal or pork. I do all beef. My mother-in-law used to put raisins in her meatballs.
Yeah, I remember Grandma Adams
and
did
it
that.
made them so sweet, and
Yeah, it
it
was
changed
weird.
the whole.
Daddy liked that though.
Yeah, he liked raisins and everything. But she also put raisins in her meatloaf, and I'm not a raisin person. My mom was not a raisin person. It changes the whole flavor. Some people do, and that's okay, but it's just not for me.
Next time we have a show, I'm going to call it Blowing Smoke Up Our Asses with Katie. We don't need the sweetness. We want the real answers.
It's always good.
It is always good. I
Yeah,
agree.
she's
I
only
enjoy her
13.
meatballs.
She doesn't know what kind of meat goes in there or anything else.
I know,
I
but to
know
talk about
it's
the
beef.
brand and everything else is just funny. It's just funny
It
to
was
me.
a joke.
All right. So other than her meatballs, what else?
She's telling me. I actually, well, this goes along with her meatballs, but she makes meatball subs special, and I don't really know how, but they always, again, are always good. And then
You got some sort of meatball thing going.
Seems like that's all I cook
I
is
know.
meatballs.
She makes meatballs,
I make
meatball subs.
meatballs, and meatballs.
What else would she make?
I can't even remember the last time you made meatballs. Now I want meatballs.
Next time.
Oh, wait a minute. It was recent.
It was not recent. Those were meatloafs.
Oh,
Little
yeah. I
meatloafs.
made meatloaves in little, like cupcake pans. I made
They
the
were
regular meatloaf, and then I put them in these little, like you put cupcakes, but they were square. They were really good.
Little
It was
lo-
really
they
good.
were mini loaf pans.
Right, mini loaf pans, right, exactly. But my grandson said, these are weird looking meatballs, Grandma. But I said, they're not meatballs, although the way we make meatloaf is almost like we make meatballs. Very similar.
Right.
Very similar.
So, Katie, cousin Barbara said you're beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, thanks. She looks like me, doesn't she? This is my Velcro.
Yes, for sure.
Definitely my Velcro.
So Mom and Katie were born on the same day. Well, not the same year, but they were both born on February 7th.
We like to say we were born on the same year. Okay?
No, you like to say that.
No. She
I
likes
like
to
to
say
say
it.
I just put a little bit of butter in the oil, and I was telling Jeanine, even though I use the vegetable oil, I like to put just maybe a slap.
It just gives a nice flavor too.
Yeah, it just makes the potatoes a little.
Butter makes everything
So
better.
Kayla
More
wants the
golden.
lasagna recipe. So you know what, Kayla? The recipe
Well, you
for
need the
lasagna,
sauce.
it's the sauce. It's the
Right.
sauce that makes it.
The
Because
lasagna.
anybody can layer lasagna. I mean, even I can layer lasagna,
Right.
but it's all about that sauce that I
If
have
you don't
not
have the right
made yet.
sauce,
So one of these days, maybe we can convince her because everybody
for my
keeps
niece
asking.
Danielle.
She wants the gravy or the sauce recipe.
Is
So
Danielle
we'll see.
on?
She's not, which is surprising. I want to see. I can't. I don't think I can tag her. Nope, I can't tag her. So I don't know where Danny is. It's strange.
well, like I said,
What else do you make that's all that we don't have a lot?
chicken cutlets.
Oh yeah, chicken cutlets. But there's something that's on my mind.
I make a
and-
lot of things.
Yeah, I know, but you don't make it very often, and it's so good when you do make it. I'm trying to think of what it is because I know it's there.
I don't know.
Let's see. Well, you know what I really like that we don't see very often,
What?
or we don't think about very often. Tuna casserole.
Yeah, but see, you ruin it because you don't want it with tuna, so we're going to call it chicken casserole. Because
All
that's
right.
how we made it the last time.
I know, I
Remember
like
we
that.
ate it a couple of weeks ago and had it in the freezer.
That's better, but chicken casserole's better because tuna is just.
I agree.
I like the tuna.
When
You
we
don't
were
even
growing up,
taste it.
Mimi made tuna casserole a lot.
Right.
I think the improvement is using the chunk chicken instead.
But with everything that goes in it, you
I
really
don't like
taste the tuna.
canned.
Yes,
like,
you do.
Tuna or
You don't taste it. But if you don't like tuna, then yeah, you taste it right away.
Yeah, well, okay.
So.
I didn't.
Hey, Barty.
Oh, my Barty.
Just Mr. Bart joined.
Hi, Uncle Bart.
He said, hey. Bart, you still rocking that beard? Hey. Donna just use fresh tuna instead. You know what? I
No.
don't like cooked fresh tuna, Jeanine. Like Judy and I went to get a cocktail today, and I had the ahi tuna. I like it seared, but I don't like it fresh.
I
like
got
that.
a good recipe for that fresh tuna, if anybody wants it.
Well, I'm
'Cause
sure.
my mom used to make it when I was a kid also. You get a nice chunk of fresh tuna, or how many pieces you want, and you brown it in olive oil, and then after it's brown, you add a little water to the base, and you brown the onions in there, and you pour vinegar, and you put a pan on top, a cover on top. and
With the
just cook
vinegar?
it. Just a little bit of vinegar in there mixed with the onions, and you cook the tuna. and
You've
it's
never
delicious.
made that.
I made it years ago.
But you never
guys
made it
don't
for
like-
me.
No,
No, I like tuna. I don't like canned tuna.
Well, then
I like
I'll
tuna
make it.
tuna.
I don't like
haven't
canned
made
tuna.
it as
I don't like canned chicken either.
I like canned chicken. I could eat it directly from the can without
It's
anything.
too like
Yeah.
watery.
You drain the water.
I know, but then this chicken's
Hey,
still
Stace. You drain it.
Like, yeah,
But you
but
saute
chicken's
the onions in the oil and get the
Well,
onions
I mean,
really
anything
browned
with
and everything.
onions we
and then
love.
you pour the onions right over the tuna, pour a little bit of vinegar, put a cover on it, and cook it for about maybe 45 minutes.
I'd like to try that.
and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
Absolutely.
All right, so Kaitlin,
Okay.
thinking about other than meatballs,
Yes.
what else has Mimi cooked for you that you've not liked?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I know.
Oh no, recently I made something and you guys didn't like it.
Oh my gosh.
what'd
So
she
she
make?
made like this, what did you call it? It was like, not a stew, but it was like,
You're talking about the chicken. I made the chicken thighs.
no, I liked those. You remember when you made like the chicken, there was chicken in it, or maybe it was pork. And then you made like peas and like green beans mixed together.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, that was the vegetable on the side she didn't like, but that wasn't in
No,
with the
I
meat.
didn't really like the
What do you think that you made
I can't be great
recently?
all the time.
No, you can't. I mean,
every other.
But that was a recipe I was following. So, you know, I didn't take responsibility for that.
But I think that overall, over the vast majority of time, all her meals are good.
why do you think they're so good?
She makes them with a sprinkle of love.
Is that love again?
No, I don't know. Maybe she's just, a good Italian cook.
Well, she is. She definitely is.
And she's becoming a baker,
I'm becoming
too.
a baker.
Well,
We should make a second channel for baking.
Oh, no. No.
if you bake, you can do it,
And
Katie.
she can be my sous chef. We can have
And she can be
channels.
your sous chef, exactly.
We should do that.
We can do Kathy helps Katie cook. No? Alright, we'll have to think of a new
Okay,
title.
wait.
Bart said it's the oils in your hands that make everything taste so
I'm
good.
sure it is.
Well, not to be modest or
Right.
anything. Alright, so we've got the potatoes in the pan.
Right.
And they smell delicious, you guys. So basically they're frying in oil and butter. So what more? Did you season anything? I know you sprinkled salt.
I season because I put everything in the egg. When I do the egg
Okay.
mixture, I'll put everything in the egg.
So just a little bit of
just
salt,
season, right.
butter, and olive oil.
What you
Okay.
want to do, you want to wait
Actually,
till
it's
they brown a little
vegetable
bit.
oil.
Vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so you're waiting to see if it browns a little bit.
Yeah,
and
they
then
need to brown. And then after they brown, get to be brown, I'm going to throw in some onions and cook the onions in there with the potatoes.
So do you keep the lid on it the entire
It
time?
helps, it makes them cook quicker.
Right, because it
but-
steams them a
right,
little bit more.
Right, and it makes them softer, and then they'll start to brown, and that's why I took it off. Because
Okay.
you don't want them soggy. I mean, you really don't.
Crispy.
Right, we like that crispiness.
You want that crispiness around the edge.
Yeah, for sure.
But, it's time consuming. It just, so.
Hey, Christy. Christy Chin. Well, I know it's Christy Judge, but we talk about our Chin twins. Joined. Christy, are you cooking this with us? I don't know if Christy remembers. Christy, do you remember when we did, we decided that we were going to do, once a week, we were going to get together and I was going to teach you how to cook? And I think we only did it twice, but my favorite thing that we made was that chicken braid. That was so good. I haven't made it probably since then, but that was really yummy. I'm going to assume that you're cooking for your entire brood
I'm
at
just
this
adding
point.
some onions.
All right, so she's throwing onions on top. We chopped those
Oh my God.
probably a little bit different than she normally chops them. I have a chopper. Katie, get the chopper out of the sink. It's the green thing. And so we used that to chop the potatoes. It's sharp, babe, so be careful.
My eyes are watering already.
Yeah. So we used it to chop the potatoes and the onions, and I did the onions 2 ways. The potatoes, of course, we were just doing for the one side slice. And so everything's uniform, which of course is really good. And that
For
there's
Jeanine.
2 pieces, honey, so that's why it doesn't
Oh,
seem
I
like
watch
it'll fit
'cause
in
that
there.
blade is really
It's very
sharp.
sharp. And so everything's uniform, which I of course really like, but it also makes it cook more evenly. And so you want to try when you're slicing if you're going to use a mandolin or you're going to use one of those choppers. But that chopper really
this right?
worked. Nope. That chopper really helped. It made it go quickly, don't you think, Mom?
Yes.
And I didn't feel like I was going to slice my finger off the way I do when I use a
I
mandolin.
usually just slice them manually, and of course Jeanine goes crazy because they're different sizes, but I really
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So Mimi peeled them, and then I used the chopper. The aroma is fantastic.
Yeah. There's nothing like onions sauteing.
No, well, and potatoes. And so she mentioned that she's going to be doing the onion pie too, and so she'll do that for tomorrow night with Lisa's family coming over.
Yeah.
Just to have some
And
additional.
I'll make another. Now I'm going to do the eggs. I do at least 8 eggs. So I'll do that in the meantime.
And what do you do to the eggs, Mom?
I scramble them. I add milk to them. I'll say it as I go along.
Here, I can,
But
I can grab some.
okay. We want 8 eggs in there.
Okay.
Oops.
Hey, G.
Gotta show
G,
them.
I'm going to text you. I was thinking about you earlier today, so I'm going to send you a text
Okay.
later. I'll do it. All right,
Anyway.
so we're going to do a total of 8 eggs. Speak as you're doing it, honey.
Okay, so I'm just cracking them like you normally would crack eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I just give them a little tap and then crack them down the middle.
Okay.
Normally, no shells are inside, so let's see if I can go
No,
the whole way
can't
through.
have any shells.
Normally, let's
I mean, like
do...
when I crack them, I don't get shells in there.
Okay, I hope not.
And I would take them out if I did, but I don't. So.
All right, well, we'll see. Let's hope that this isn't the time. Gina said hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy. How many eggs we have so far, Kaitlin?
We have 7.
Oh, no. Everybody's getting a close-up of those fingernails.
Stop. You're making me feel.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so that's number 8. No eggshells.
Let's inspect. No eggshells. Good job.
Okay.
Good job. Now what are you going to do with those eggs?
I'm going to add a little bit of milk.
Okay.
And I prefer whole milk because it holds the eggs together better. So I keep whole milk on hand. Now don't ask me how much because I don't know. I'm adding a little bit of garlic
She
powder.
just eyeballs. And now her little bit, it seems a little bit
Yeah.
A little
extensive.
bit much.
But we do like garlic too. And so why wouldn't you add fresh garlic, Mom? Why do you use a powdered? Just
It just because it blends in the egg better. And
Yeah.
then when you're frying the egg, then it burns in the garlic. Nothing like burnt garlic.
Right.
You can't control it.
Agreed.
So, and I'm doing some parsley. So far I've put salt and pepper,
Whole milk.
whole milk.
Where there was 8 eggs.
Right.
I can
do
scramble
Parsley,
them if you want.
garlic powder,
Do you want me to grab a fork?
and
I got it for it.
salt.
And I'm going to add some salt.
And some for the sink.
Yeah.
I know, right, Gina? Gina was just noticing that you're becoming such a pro. That you're so much more comfortable.
Don't get carried away. Talking about pros, I don't know if is Maria on? I had gone grocery shopping, and I was in the parking lot, and I was putting my groceries in the car, and someone says to me, excuse me, and I says, can I help you? She says, aren't you the lady who has the cooking show? I said, what? She says, you do the cooking show. I says, oh my God. I said, I don't know if you want to call it a cooking show. I said, but you must know my daughter. She says, yes, Jeanine. And her husband was laughing. He says, well, I don't know how many shows she's watched, but she hasn't cooked a darn thing yet. So I'm getting to be a celebrity.
In the neighborhood, at least.
In the neighborhood, right.
So, Tracy, it was a lot of garlic, and we really do enjoy a lot of garlic.
It looks like a lot, but it's really not.
Well, and you know, when the granulated, it's not as strong as using fresh garlic, but to Mom's point, you're cooking those potatoes and onions for a really long time, and so if you put the garlic in there, it tends to get burnt, and you don't want that bitter taste. So the granulated of any of the spices really helps it bloom,
Yeah, always
but
with
doesn't
the
burn,
I was
which is
just taking it
nice.
off the side because it was stuck on the
Okay.
Good job, Kaitlin. You're a good sous chef.
Thank you so much. I really
Sure.
do appreciate that.
Sure.
Well, you can't see, but I can see the edges starting to brown, and some of the onions are browning. So that's a good sign.
Oh yeah, no, I can see that.
Yeah.
We can see that. Nice.
I can bring it over there for a second.
And so, Mom, since right now you're not really worried about the formation of them, can you start turning? Oh, that's what you're doing. So you're turning the potatoes,
Right, I need
and you're
them to be
moving them
brown,
around in the
right.
pan. Okay.
Can you see?
Oh yeah, I can see that. I want to eat that.
Can you see that?
Yes.
That's what we want.
Nice. We've talked about this before, but we need some sort of aroma vision because man, it smells
Yeah.
yummy. That is good stuff.
See, if you don't touch them for a while, they start browning. If you keep messing around with them, and then you get broken potatoes and you get very soft. So you want to let them sit for a while and then turn them.
Now, why aren't you using, I see you using a fork, which typically would break them. So why aren't you using a spatula or something?
I don't know. That's just how I do it.
I know.
I don't know why.
Personal
There's
preference.
no reason.
Yeah. All right. But to Mom's point, the longer you can leave them just to kind of chill, the better. Obviously, you don't want them to burn, but that's what's going to give a nice foundation in the pie itself.
When my mom used to do this, she used to brown each potato and take each potato out, one at a time.
Well, and I remember her putting them on paper towels,
Right,
too.
she got the oil out of them.
Well, I think we kind of dig that oil. Grandma Jenny. All right, ladies, we have dead air. Somebody has to fill it.
All right, well, I'm busy turning my potatoes.
All right, Kaitlin, what
so
are you
they
going to
don't
tell us?
brown.
I don't have anything to say.
I hope, is
Any
anybody else making this?
suggestions?
I don't
Is
think
anybody
anybody's-
else making it?
I don't think anybody's making it. We did put the recipe on the page when we put it out there, but I don't think anybody's making it right now, which is disappointing because this is a good one. This is a yummy one.
Where's Juliet?
It's easy.
I know, right? Where's Juliet? She's probably enjoying the sunshine. I'm sorry, that got a little dizzy there. I was moving around a little bit too much. Yeah. Oh, Tracy suggested a kitchen dance.
Oh, there
I'm
you
not
go.
sure about that one.
You're dancing all the time. How are we not dancing right
But
now?
I'm calm and collective right now.
You are calm and collected. I am definitely appreciating that. But show everybody the whoa.
No.
Why not?
Why?
These are all old people
Okay,
just
if-
like me.
If
Oh my
I get
God.
suggestions, then I'll do it.
Somebody said I want to see the whoa. The suggestion was a kitchen dance. I didn't make that up.
Well, that's,
She wants the whoa. That's what she just said, the whoa.
are you sure?
I'm positive. That's what it says.
It's so
Even
awkward
though she's
doing it
taking
alone.
away from me.
Well, show Mimi how to do it too then. Mimi,
Oh,
will
yes.
you do the whoa
No,
with her?
we do this together all the time. Ready?
No.
You remember?
Well, can you guys back
No, I
up just a
don't
little
remember.
bit?
Okay, ready?
Back up just a little bit. Back up.
Do
There we go.
this. Remember? Okay, on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit, we did yoga a couple of weeks ago. Funniest thing.
Her body.
Well, now show what it really looks like, Kaitlin.
I did.
Oh, we were too busy looking at her.
I know.
I don't know any other names of dance moves.
I do.
So tell us some other names. I'm not telling you you don't have to do them, but what are other names of dance moves?
Oh, like individual. Okay.
You said you do. So
do-
where are they?
But I do, but like they're all in like certain dances. So like.
Like the Cabbage Patch?
What is that?
The sprinkler?
Okay, I know that one, but
The moonwalk? Can you moonwalk?
I don't know. Let's see. I don't. How do you even do that?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't get it. I don't know how to do that. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on.
What can you do?
Let's see.
Well, you know, it's hard for people to see you down there. What is that?
It's the thing that Michael Jackson does.
Okay. That is nothing Michael Jackson does.
Yes, you can see it on stage. Hold on.
No. We're fine. We're fine.
He goes on his like two back legs like down
Say
the
hi to
ground.
Bubba. Bubba just
Hi.
joined. Hey, Matt.
I'm sure
Right?
Matt's had potatoes and eggs.
Gina just said, how beautiful is Katie? Bart wanted to know if that was the worm. No, Bart, that was not the worm. I don't know what that was. Oh,
think that
so Bubba wants to know where your axe is, because we've all seen that axe
Everybody-
video.
Really? Everybody
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I was looking at
Wait,
Katie.
I edited
How's it
it.
go?
Oh, guys, look how
Onions?
beautiful that is. Nice. Very nice.
So that's my new talent, actually. I can throw knives and axes.
When did you
that's-
throw
yeah, They did that at a graduation party.
I knew she
last
through the
weekend.
axe, but I didn't know you were throwing
Yeah, no, we
knives,
took
too.
a video of the knives, and Tobin was like, the knives were so much harder, because he couldn't do any of it, right? He was
Poor
like,
Tobin.
the knives are so much harder, you will not be able to stick one. Literally, on my first try, I stuck the first knife. And then I stopped trying, because I didn't want to mess with
Needless
my
to
luck.
say, Grandma was not in approval of that. at
That's
all.
okay.
It's fine.
And then I showed her the video of me doing it because I cropped it out.
You
where
did a
I
good job.
like this.
So, Bubba, they're on their own tonight because the boys are in, I think they went to Lakeland for hockey, and Kaitlin, of course, is here with us. So the Winslow are on their own. Jack says hey.
Hi.
Actually said hello, so.
Well, hello.
You remember Jack, right? I'm just making sure. Just making sure. All right, so.
We see them like
Oh,
every
look.
year.
I know you do, but.
How would I?
Listen, I asked you what your favorite foods that Mimi made, and you can only come up with meatballs. You eat
I
her
said
food
meatball
all
subs.
the time.
Okay.
Meatballs and meatball subs.
Sausage. Her sausage was really good.
I'm gonna add a little bit more salt.
Okay.
The potatoes didn't taste that salty.
All right. Bye,
No.
Matt.
And a little bit more for the sink.
Right, and a little more for the sink. Hey, KT. Karen just joined.
Hi, Katie. Kaitlin, Karen.
Wow, that was tough to say.
Yeah,
She's multitasking.
right. I'm worried about my onions and everything burning.
All right, I feel you on my leg, Maxie. I feel you. Let me grab you. Here. Hi. Hi. Good boy. He's a good boy. All right.
I just want them to get a little bit more crispy, and then I'm going to throw the eggs in.
I don't know who you're saying hey Lee to. That's not Lee. That's Kaitlin.
I'm as tall as her though, so if you're wondering.
You're not as tall as your mom.
I see her eye level.
You're
every
pretty
single
close, but you're not there.
day. No, I'm there. When she takes her heels off, it's a huge
She
difference.
thought this was Lisa?
Well, she said, "Hey Ma, hey Lee," so she might have thought my voice was Lisa. I'm not sure.
Look at this.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so much
but
taller.
Mimi's a petite little flower.
Well, I'm almost as tall as you, Aunt Jeanine, so I'm looking at you almost eye level, so.
Yeah.
Eh.
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 So Bart's listing his favorite meals. Yeah, her salads. I know her salads are definitely of legend.
What are some of them? Let's discuss some of them.
Well, so my favorite is her sauce, and then anything she puts
her
in her
sauce?
sauce is
Okay,
delicious.
but like specific meals.
You know, the sausage and potatoes is probably one of my favorite things to have.
Okay.
And then,
Her potato pancakes are really good.
yeah, those are alright. I mean, I like them, but they're not one of my favorites. Just really anything with sauce. I love baked ziti, and Mimi makes good baked ziti.
I don't remember her making baked ziti that
Oh
much.
my gosh.
Let's see. What else do I like?
Ravioli?
Yeah, I know. So anything with the
Oh my
sauce,
gosh,
any
her
pastas.
raviola, I
Yeah,
cannot
those are good.
speak either.
So Karen just said her meatballs, her ditalini. So
Right.
she's probably talking about the peas and pasta. Yeah.
Right.
So we don't eat that much. You know, I don't like.
I like it.
I know
She
you do.
doesn't.
It's not that I don't like it. I just when it's warm out, I don't think of food like that to eat.
Okay, I think these are done enough, so I'm going to get ready to pour the egg
All right, here we go. Here's where the magic happens. And remember, in that egg, we've got parsley, we've got garlic powder, we have salt and pepper and milk.
in. And we want the egg to cover all
Okay,
the
watch it.
potatoes.
There we go. And so we want to make sure that there's nothing. And so I don't know if you guys can hear, it's not sizzling as much as it was. And that's, of course, because the egg has
Right.
now filled
Now
up
you
all
put
of
the
those
liquid in there.
spots. And so now I mean, I know you don't know exactly, but what are you looking for in that egg then?
Okay, I'll show you in a second. Okay. What we're looking for is,
Yeah, I can see the
egg
edges
starts
already starting to
cooking
cook.
around
Mhm.
the edges, and what I'm going to be doing is putting the spatula underneath to make sure it doesn't stick. See, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what you want. You don't want it to stick because you're going to have to turn it. So you're going to make sure that it's loose.
Yeah, and that's moving around real nice. We can
Right.
see where the top
Right.
and everything. Okay.
So it's consistency that I want. Now some people do this and then they put it in the oven. I tried it once and it wasn't the same to me, but you can do that and you don't have to go through all this, you know, with flipping it and everything. They just put it in the oven and when it's cooked, everything, all the eggs are cooked, they take it out.
What are you putting on top to flip it?
I'm going to do the dish.
This one? The
Yeah,
big
since
one?
she went with the smaller pan,
No,
she should be able to do the
one from
dish.
The other side came in the big dish. But I want more of the egg to cook in the middle because what happens...
Will you put the lid back on so that it steams, or no, you'll do this all...
No, well, yeah, it makes if I put the cover on, it'll take some of the moisture out of the middle. but I don't want it to burn on the bottom because, you know, the egg cooks quickly.
Right.
You're gonna be able to do it?
So Karen, other than her meatballs and ditalini, when we were growing up, what are the other things in that you remember Mom cooking that you really enjoyed eating? I know Judy would always say her salad. She always wanted Mom's salad. I also really like your meatloaf.
Well,
As we've gotten older, we cook more things. Like we don't do just the same things over and over again. We definitely cook more
I
things.
like different things. Because I remember growing up, I knew every day of the week what I was eating, and I couldn't stand that.
Stuffed shells, Karen said.
I haven't done those in a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you, Tracy. Tracy just said the ladies in this family sure are gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice. And Tracy is a stunner, so coming from her, that is a very nice compliment.
Yes, thank you. Even for an old lady, right?
Even for an old lady.
An old lady looking for a boyfriend.
Oh boy.
Now put the word out there. Everybody needs to know. She's looking for a boyfriend. If you have applications.
But not just
down
any
below.
boyfriend.
Oh,
We
no.
need for him to be
No.
stable,
I won't
have a
settle.
little money in the bank.
Wait, there's more to that. We
Yeah,
need
have a nice family.
grandchildren. She wants that. She wants a big family, not just a nice family. Well, she clearly wants a nice family, but a big family.
And she doesn't want to have to take care of somebody. So
Yeah.
not somebody like on their deathbed.
Well, no.
Yeah.
But
So-
if you know anybody, job applications.
Right.
My grandsons don't want to hear it.
So Karen just asked if the cook has to do her own dishes. Of course she
Of
does,
course I
Karen.
do, Karen, what are you kidding? Did you just meet Jeanine?
It's okay. When I'm here, she doesn't have to do them alone.
Really? I mean, all right, Katie.
I clean up the table.
You
Okay.
do. You do a good job of that. Yes, you do. Judy just
everyone see
joined.
this?
Hi, Judy.
Can everyone see this so far?
Yes, they can see
Okay.
this so far. There's a
Now-
lot of oil on top.
No, that's not really oil. It's the egg. It's the other egg that has to
Mixed
cook when you
with
flip
oil.
it.
Here you go.
Hey, Val.
Let me see if this fits. Okay, this is the hard part.
Yeah, this is the hard spot, Grandma.
No, just stay away.
Here,
All right.
I got this out for you.
No, I got this.
All right, so here she's flipping. You see a lot
You
of
see this?
moisture comes out,
Right. And
and then she puts it right back in the pan for the
can
other
everybody
side.
see this in the meantime?
Yes, everybody can. Mom,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
tracking.
Okay.
All right, so now the stuff, of course, that was on the bottom is now on the top, and you can see those brown bits. That's the onion. That's the caramelized onion that kind of
And
sunk
I'm
in
going
the
to
egg.
sprinkle. Did I put Parmesan cheese? I didn't put Parmesan cheese.
Oh my
in the...
God.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What
I
kind of
never-
Italian
the
forgets the
biggest thing,
Parmesan
I forgot
cheese?
The Parmesan cheese. Oh my God.
That's on
What
you,
is wrong
Mimi.
with me? It is.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to turn it again. I'm going to.
She's fired.
That's it. I'm
I'm
done.
taking over, everyone. I'm taking over. No big deal.
Put my take my apron and get rid of it.
That's it, your apron, like you actually wear one.
Yeah, right.
You should start wearing like a duster for these every time. That'd be funny.
Yes.
With pockets, and you can have some tissues in there. Use tissues in
As
your pockets.
That's well. That I
She's
have
like,
that anyway.
do you want a jacket to take to dinner? And I'll be like, sure, you know, why not? I'll put it on, and I'll like put my hands in the pockets because it's starting to get cold, and I'll like, my hands won't fit because there's so many tissues in there.
Oh, I can't believe I did that.
You still do it.
I never-
I can't believe I did that.
No,
Do
she
that.
means
I'll
about
talk
the
about the
Parmesan,
Parmesan
that she
cheese.
forgot
okay.
it.
I was like, that still happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
It's okay.
It'll be fine.
Just
So
Make
normally
it
you want to put the Parmesan in the egg
the
mixture
egg,
so
yes.
that it all incorporates.
Why
So
did
she
somebody
sprinkled
say
some,
something? Barbara, where are you?
anyway, so she sprinkled some on top. It'll be fine. And if we need to, we'll add it to the dish. So now why are you putting that on there?
Because I'm going to turn it again.
Do you normally do that, or are you turning it
Yes.
again because of the cheese? All right, so it's definitely a lot less liquid coming out.
Wait, I wanna
And so
make
she
sure the
turned
egg
it
is
again
cooked.
and put it back in the pan.
put your Parmesan on.
And so she's doing that to ensure, of course, that the egg is fully cooked. And we already know that potatoes and onions are already done. She browned them before putting the egg in. But that looks like a good fluffy omelet
Yep.
with nice browned potatoes and onions. And you guys, the smell is unbelievable. Right, Katie?
Yes, it's so good. I love potatoes.
I
so
know.
very much.
We all do.
especially fried ones.
Yep, absolutely. That's some good stuff. Everybody's saying it looks delicious, picture perfect.
One last turn.
One last turn, and that's where it just gets turned out
And
on
the
the
only
plate.
reason I did it is because I added the Parmesan cheese and I wanted it to soak in.
Yeah.
But usually I just turn it twice and that's it.
And this is where it all ends, guys. So we will serve this typically with a salad and some Italian bread.
Right.
It's great on sandwiches. Quite honestly, it's delicious.
It's better the next day.
So Kaitlin, Karen's asking how old you are.
I'm 13.
Going on 45.
No.
No. And what are you up to these days? What are you doing?
Oh, I am playing volleyball.
Okay.
I
just made a really cool team.
Yeah, I made like a more advanced team that I normally play, and they travel more. What else? What do? I do soccer, or I play soccer, like not very seriously, just for fun.
The volleyball's her job, though.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
my
soccer's
job.
just for fun, but the volleyball is
That's-
serious.
Well, yeah, volleyball is serious, but it's fun too. I'm in a really good position at my school right now.
Why?
She's very popular.
Not
The principal knows her. Everybody knows her.
okay.
The principal at my school knew me, but it wasn't for good reason.
Yeah, we know that.
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I've just had a lot of academic, like,
Accolades. It's been a good year.
Yeah.
Didn't you like moderate some sort of online thing?
I did 3 of them, actually. I did 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, like, how they were feeling about virtual school, and next year how they were feeling about the changes and everything, and I did that. I hosted that with my principal, so.
She's our little star. All right, everybody. So there it
The
is.
dish.
There's the final product.
Ta-da!
Potatoes and eggs.
Wait, let's hold it up together. Ready?
All right, here we go. There we go. Now that's a picture right there. Very nice. It looks beautiful. It's going to taste amazing. We'll have it with some
I'm
salad.
making a tomato and cucumber salad.
Yes, we love tomatoes. Cucumbers, but the tomatoes
I
we
love
love.
Well, she doesn't want you. I can make a regular salad.
No. Tomatoes and cucumbers fine, as long as there's onion with it. Just kidding.
Well,
All right,
thank
you
everybody,
guys.
for
Thank you
looking
for
in on us.
joining.
Bye.
We enjoyed you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I hope you make it.
Have a good Sunday.
Bye.